Political unrest in Bangladesh is the news that is dominating the news circles right now, and I'm sure you are also aware of. But what implications will it have for me as an investor? Bangladesh, a country that is known to be having one of those major textiles and kind of garment making factories, because I'm sure you as a consumer also must have seen some of your clothes being saying made in Bangladesh. But this political unrest, does it have any implication, or is it one of those other things that just goes with the wind, especially for an investor point of view, not for anything else, but purely from an investor point of view who is invested into Indian economy? How should we treat this development, and is there something more that we should read between the lines? Let us ask Mr. Prasad and just get a sense of what we should look at.
Bangladesh is our neighbor, which shares almost like 4,000 kilometers of border. So now anything that happens in Bangladesh, which is adverse to that country, will have profound impact on Indian business or Indian fortunes also to some extent. Now that what we need to understand is there are some goods which are flowing from India to Bangladesh which are being consumed there. That means Indian corporates are making money from Bangladesh business. There is one more sector which is actually intertwined between Bangladesh and India. That is, whatever orders that we are getting for manufacturing of the garments and textiles, Bangladesh is our toughest competitor because the power tariff is low in Bangladesh, and apart from that, the labor cost also is low in Bangladesh. And internationally, global giants they always go to the same company provided the cost of production is cheaper. So now the most of them have chosen Bangladesh over India because their competitiveness because of low power and low labor cost, and we lost a lot of orders. Now what happened is because of this unrest, there will be kind of disturbance in the manufacturing ability of Bangladeshian factories. And when it happens, what will be the outcome? Indian factories or Indian textile manufacturers are likely to benefit in the short term. So now, should it really be a turnaround point? You and me and the general investors may have known that Sheikh Hasina, former Prime Minister of Bangladesh, has left the country for a short-term duration stay in India. But the market collectively as an intelligent unit has forecasted this kind of adverse development. Need not be precisely this, but they were predicting it. That is why if you look at the graph on the screen, you understand that the textile industry, all industry together as a whole, has appreciated by more than 28% in last 90 days. Why it happened? The moment unrest started, people were expecting and the market started anticipating some kind of adverse major development happening in Bangladesh. That is why textile industry has gone up. Now also going forward, as I already stressed, the point of benefit is going to be only short term because long term it may not be continuing because some stable government, once it is formed, they will focus on their exports again. But in this time point of time, who is likely to gain? Any company in India that has got a large manufacturing capacity and the ability to increase the production overnight by orders, only those companies will stand to gain. If you look at that kind of companies, what strikes to my mind is Page Industries in India is the one company which has got very big market capitalization and lot of production capacity and ability to increase the production also at a short duration. So now Page Industries seems poised for a growth, whereas other companies are okay to retain but not for fresh investment. So if you ask me about textile, I think Page Industries comes into my mind that it may be a good company to benefit from this. Now coming at the consumption side, our companies are producing and supplying materials and goods to Bangladesh. For example, FMCG, Marico has already admitted that its production will have to be tempered down because Bangladesh unrest is going to eat into the ability of the consumption of the Bangladeshis. So obviously, Marico has already scaled down its production and then shipments to Bangladesh. And apart from that, there are two wheelers like Hero Motors and other motorcycle manufacturers also are supplying to Bangladesh. They also will have short-term depression, a short-term kind of distress, but this is not going to last for more than probably a month, hopefully. So now the companies that have got exports going to Bangladesh will suffer, and the companies that are competing with Bangladesh for our export will stand to gain. So once you understand this, you know which company to pick up, which company to probably do not touch.